Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the collective temperature check for light workers, star seeds, mystics, earth angels, shamans, mystics, however you resonate under the spiritual umbrella, witches, white witch, the list goes on and on and on, but we are all one, okay? So I have some important information for you guys, all right? And so I know that after I just got done completing a past life regression session, that a lot of you guys are starting to see like different things come up from your past life. You may be thinking it as a dream, but you know strongly that it's connected somehow, some way. And this is going to start happening a lot for the collective because you guys are working through your past life karma. We all are. And so that's why I talk about like getting your herbs, helping your spiritual gifts to expand. I talk about getting your crystal packs. And again, my clients, check the community tab posts, check my Instagram. You know, they are really doing the work and I'm so proud of them. And for you guys, I want you to make sure you watch the video that I posted earlier. I actually recorded it last night, but I posted it today. And it's very informative and the energies are changing. Things are happening in your journey that you weren't even prepared for to happen. Again, remember, October, November, and December are going to be huge for all of us as a collective. Now, again, if you need to go over to the website, you don't know what a past life regression is, go Google it, look up the information, see how it resonates for you. My client and I that I just work with, it's so important to heal what you've went through in your past life because some of those things really block your gifts. And because there's fear there. For example, some of you guys may have been hurt really bad because you were really good with your gifts and you were well known with your gifts in your past life. And that's why you come to the, in this life, you're horrified of like every time you try to make an effort to follow the light, you're drawn back again because you're not understanding where is this fear coming from. And so it also talks about healing wounds. The same thing with Akashic records. There's two different things, but they're kind of similar in certain ways, right? So I want you guys, all of you, to do the work. Google, get information, look at the exchanges. And when it comes to me, it's not even about how much something costs. It's about how I am able to heal and get myself on the right track. So of course, people may look at my exchanges and be like, oh, like she's cheap. Like, but that's not it. It's not about that. It's, this is my life path and purpose mission. And I'm here to help you guys. So yes, I know Akashic records run for $300 and $400. I know past life regressions run for $200 and $300. I get that, but I just can't be that's not what spirit is calling me to do right now. Now, when I get my office space, of course, the exchanges will go up just even a little bit just to help with that. But right now we're in the thick of it, and the communication from spirit the other day when I came and gave you guys the communication, the time is now. We need to step up. We need to really show our gifts. We need to really shine our light because it's about to get real in the field. And if you guys, I'm telling you, you already know everything that I've told you thus far. We're vibing. It's coming to fruition. So again, I don't deliver messages that aren't of your highest good, that's not of my highest good, and that's not from source, divine, God, spirit, right? So if you guys want to go over there and check out my services, whether past life regression, whether Akashic records, if you want to email me and ask me about it, go right ahead. That's what I'm here for. My website is www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. And for the herbs and the crystal packs, you can check that website out, or you can go over to Etsy at Chrissy Crystal Indigo. But I'm so pumped and so excited. It seems like a switch went off today. And even after the session that I just done, Pretoria, you are amazing. I'm shouting you out with your past life regression session. Like, you are going to do some incredible things. And I'm so proud of all of you. Jazzy Ma, Pretoria, Denise, DJ, Ebony, just a lot of you guys, you are really doing the work and you're really stepping out on faith and getting things done. Hope I'm not missing anyone, but these are the ones that really like connect with me like every single day or once a week or twice a week, and I'm just so familiar with them. Man, there's so many of you guys. Like, oh, Christina, who else? It'll come to me and I'll make sure I shout the rest, shout out the rest of you guys. But I'm proud of you guys. Keep doing your work. Don't let no one knock you off your shield, off your focus. All right. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation, or follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. The donations are definitely going towards the new office space. I'm hoping to have that up and going. I'll share more about that like November, the end of November, middle of November, however Spirit, God, Source sees me fit to be there. And we're ready to get down, like classes, sessions, it's going to be beautiful. All right. So let's dive into the reading for the collective. So for the first card coming out, we have the Eight of Swords, right? So this is the Eight of Swords, or is it the Six of Swords? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we have the Six of Swords. It's so small here. And so when we think about the Six of Swords, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, right? So with the Six of Swords, like, don't we see them moving to calmer waters? But in this is the the tarot of the 100th house. We see the boats being rocked, and we see her like either she's falling off the boat or he's like pulling her onto the boat, right? But this is the tarot of the 100th house, and so I'm using this deck because of the Halloween energy, of course. But with this card here, I feel like with the collective, and this is the energy, this is past to present, that there was that like runner chaser energy. There was that like, harsh communication. There was that misunderstandings. Those were those tower moments, right? And so you notice how all of these swords are down, right? And then we have this sword that's in this gentleman's hand that's up. And she's like backing off the end of the boat, right? And so I feel like this represents the tower moment for us as a collective. We've all had our tower moment with our divine counterpart, right? But this was needed. It was needed in order for us to honestly click in and see like, wait a minute, you know what? Let me take a step back and see from my person's perspective and vice versa. So we all know that the divine masculine have had fears when it comes to equal give and take, reciprocity, showing their emotions, communicating their feelings. And now the divine feminine has started to do his or her own detective work, and it got the aha moment where it's like, wait. So for example, if your divine masculine was played or used for their money in the past, and you are so giving to your divine counterpart, but they're not that easily given to you, then boom, okay, I understand, because they've been through that situation where they have been used, and they don't like that energy, and they feel like, I vow that I will never let someone else, use me again. I'll take what I can give, but I'm never going to give to anyone, that type of energy. And I'm not saying that they're right by doing that, but I'm saying now the divine feminine is looking at it from a logical point and putting his or herself in the divine masculine's shoes and vice versa. All right. So the next card out, we have the Chariot. And so this is in the present position. So a lot of us have been getting light codes, downloads, ascension symptoms, like everything over these last, ever since just the pandemic, actually. So from January until now, excuse me, we're starting to see a shift within our collective, right? Within our divine masculine, within our divine feminine. Like some of you may have been battling it out with your divine counterpart. Then all of a sudden, you're slowly able to communicate with each other. You're slowly not getting hung up on, or you're slowly finding a way into their heart space. And they're slowly starting to show up in your visions again, right? And so again, this is where the divine steps in and say, listen, you guys have been apart too long, or this fight has been going on too long, and we need to get it together. We have a mission and purpose to focus on. So here comes the Chariot, right? Are you going to get in? Are you going to take this ride? Are you going to have enough faith to know that divine's got this, right? This is beautiful. The next card is the Empress, and this is the future position. This also talks about, you know, birthing anew, right? And you light up the world. This is like so beautiful, right? And so this again, remember, excuse me, yesterday when I talked about, or the video that I just posted, we need to be in this Empress energy because we light up the world, because we are the leaders, because we are the, you know, we are in our power. We have to continue to move on. One monkey don't stop no show. We have to continue to push. And this is beautiful energy because this is birthing anew. This is, you know, shining your light. Remember the video earlier, continue to shine your light. You guys need to go and watch that, especially the Divine Feminines, right? So the same energy is coming out. And then we have the Three of Wands, right? And it's like, you know, really stepping out, really being cautious, really, you know, trying to see what's out there. This, she's coming down with the candles and it's like, what was that noise? Let me go check it out. So it's like you're curious, like you're on your journey and you know it's exciting, like you're ready to embark on a new. And for some of you guys, it's like, you know what, I understand finally what this twin flame connection is, what this highly level soulmate connection is. And I refuse to allow entities to come in and disrupt where we're meant to be, where we're called to be. And you notice how 3 is here, right? And we have 3 here. So there's a lot of Ascended Masters energy, Holy Trinity around the Divine Feminine. Because there's not a coincidence that the last 2 for the future position that came out is women, right? And so divine is helping you in so many ways with your divine counterpart. Because it hasn't been easy for the Divine Feminine, okay? We're going to dive into the overall energy. And again, we have a lady. And with the overall energy, this was the Divine Feminine. Like up, sleepless nights, really all in the mental, going through their ascension processes, getting their light codes and downloads on top of trying to deal with their divine counterpart. Right? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, like this, you know, but I feel like with how these other cards have come out, with this being the overall energy, again, there's a huge shift. And let me know in the bottom, in the comment section, if you guys have felt that different shift. And again, as you step into your life path and purpose, you will start to see things shift. You will start to see things change. You will start to feel different energy. And that's so important. Okay? So we're going to dive into the Twin Flame Oracle, right? Remember, this is just a temperature check. I'm just diving into some things because I've noticed some things and felt different energies. So for the Divine Masculine, we have Karmic Partner coming out. And so the Divine Masculine is really working through those Karmic Partner energies, really releasing a lot of things that no longer serve them or grow them, right? And so they know, like, they have different or multiple partners, like for some of them, right? But they do have their Divine Feminine. You are above the rest. You are not like anyone else. You aren't forgotten, even though you've been ghosted or you know, or it may seem to you that you don't exist or you don't matter. But again, this full moon is bringing up a lot of clarity for this divine counterpart. And they're starting to see that regardless of how they are or what they've done, their Divine Feminine loves them unconditionally. They're realizing this, okay? The next card is family. And so they want that unity. They want that solid foundation. For some of you, your divine counterpart has a little girl and a boy. For some of you, you don't have kids, but your divine counterpart has kids. It can go either way. But regardless, right? This is the energy. This is what they want. I don't want split, you know, my kids over here, you know, this over there. They want something that's solid, on a solid foundation. This is at the soul level. Okay? Forgiveness. They know they've done some things that they aren't too proud of. many things, right? And so they're in that forgiveness phase where even if you, divine feminine, have said anything that could have rocked the divine masculine's world and hurt them or cut them through, you know, they're in this energy of, I'm just ready to forgive, because I know that even though the divine, you know, feminine words cut so deep, I deserved every bit of those slices, right? Because there's a lot of things, divine feminine, that you don't know besides what you do know. And had you found out that extra information, it probably would have been a different way, right? But not necessarily, because when it's unconditional, it's unconditional. But you would have, you know, for example, really made them feel that you were gone forever, right? The next card for divine masculine is purge. They're going through a huge purge right now, a huge ascension process. Okay. The next card out is big dreams. And so this is that full moon energy. This is what they're focused on, and they know you are tied to that in some way, form, or fashion. Okay. For the divine feminine, contemplation. You're in your head, you're thinking, you're wondering, like you're trying to figure it all out, or you haven't figured it out already, but you're trying to, you know, weigh your options, you know, like see how you're going to move. It resonates differently for those in the collective, okay? The next card out is abandon. And so for a lot of the divine feminines in the collective, you feel like your divine counterpart has walked out or ignored you or shut you out. But then there's that love is still there, right? No matter what happens, it's like, why doesn't this energy move? Why can't I pull it out and throw it away? But it's not that easy, because this is a divine connection. It's fated. Balancing the scales, equal reciprocity, give and take, love, etc., etc. And this came out yesterday. And so this is what the feminine is wanting from the divine masculine, but also make sure it's given to his or herself, because the divine feminines are realizing, I am a badass. Like, I am really in my power, and I know I'm the leader. So I'm going to set the example, and you just follow suit. Because remember, we're the leaders. The masculine rises to the occasion, right? Union. This is the energy. Yesterday, divine masculine got this card. Today, divine feminine has this card. So you guys are mirroring each other. And a lot of unions are going to happen during these full moons. Not just on the 31st, not just the one in November, not just the one in December, but it's going to be so beautiful. Whether you finally realize you want to marry each other in the 3D, you're always in union in the 5D. Whether you decide to really go into that partnership with each other, right? And the last energy is stuck. So divine feminine's like, oh, like, I don't want to leave my divine masculine, but I got to move on. I got to figure things out. So many different thoughts have crossed the divine feminine's mind when this energy comes up. But the thing is, you can become unstuck, because you just need to focus on your mission. That's it. Your divine masculine is always inside of you, because you guys are one soul. It doesn't matter. Right? And you'll notice, get out there and do what you're called to do, because your divine masculine will eventually be like, oh my God, wait, where's my divine feminine? It's always like that. If you agree, like this video, because it's always like that. When you get to stepping out in your power and focusing on your life path and purpose and stepping into your mission, you're healing your divine masculine as well. And then all of a sudden, looking lost in the sauce, where's my divine feminine? Where's my divine feminine? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all been there. 1919 on the timer. Overall energy, communication. So not only are we getting communication in the 5D, 4D realms, we're getting communication from our divine counterpart. We're getting communication from the extraterrestrial realm. We're getting communication from our light codes, downloads, and shifts. Right? It's been very strong, right? crown chakra activation, third eye activation, you know, but it's beautiful because it's worth it. In the end, it'll all make sense. That's what I always say. So, in the Work Your Light for the Divine Masculine, it says, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Yesterday they got deep replenishment, rest, retreat, be held. This is what we, it's time to just really rest and allow these energies to unravel. But at the same time, ground, shield, protect yourself. The next step, the next card for the Divine Masculine is baby steps. Actions, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So it says action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So again, the Divine Masculine yesterday got trust the niggle card, right? And this is the same thing about baby steps. Your intuition is telling you and is guiding you. Follow that. Get out of that ego, right? For Divine Feminine, it says the great severing. It says Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. The great severing. So we just had, or coming out of that Mars in retrograde energy, right? Or is it still going on? But this explains all of the healing, all of the releasing, purging that we've been doing lately. Remember the full moon in Pisces where we all were just in a mess of tears and emotions and didn't understand what was happening? That was really rough, right? The next card for Divine Feminine. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. And so this is what we need to focus on. Just loosen the grip. Like, don't worry about what happened yesterday, what happened tomorrow. I mean, let's just be in the here and the now. That's what's most important. The here and the now. And watch how things start to flow a lot easier for you. Okay? So, the Seas of Mintaken. All right? And so it says, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So this is sort of to the card of the Keepers of the Light in the Lightworker Oracle. I'm using the Starseed Oracle today. Right? So guys, you're being called to do so many things. And, you know, you can just listen to me and come here every day and get information. But if you're not doing the work, what's the point? And again, I'm trying my best to get these classes up and running for you guys, but I also work. So it's like I'm being stretched thin. But this is what drives me. This is what makes me so happy, and I'm excited more and more each day, right? And so I need you guys to start doing the work, not for me, not for anyone else, but for you, because you constantly tell me, you know, you don't know how to work your gifts, you don't know how to do this, that, and the third. But here are all the tools for you. So, you know, start with getting your energy healing session. Start with getting your Reiki session. Start with getting your crystal healing session. Start with getting your past life regression. Start with getting your Akashic records. Yes, it sounds like a lot of work, but aren't you the best product? Aren't you the best investment of yourself? Right? And so I have, you know, things for you guys on my site, products and tools and, you know, to help you along your journey. And of course, you guys reach out. I'm always, you know, responding and writing you back. But you're going to be just like me. You're better than me. You're going to lead. You're going to do what you're called to do. And that's why it's important for you to know where you've been, so you can know where you're going and what's a part of you. Right? So for the Divine Masculine, life purpose, yoga. It says your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching and exercising. So this also can talk about, you know, working out, like that gift really to work with people within their body, like nutrition, things like that. Okay. Chakra coach, something like that. The next card out is environmentalist. It says you are an earth angel who was born to protect nature and teach about nature and the animals. So a lot of your divine masculines really work with the animals. You know, they communicate with the animals. There's so many different empaths. There's medical empath. There's an animal empath. Like, there's so much information out there. And I also post that to the IG story too as well. So that's why it's important. Follow me over at Christy the Crystal Indigo on Instagram, so you guys don't miss any updates, okay? The next card for Divine Feminine is time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. What do you want? What will you choose? What's your soul calling you to do? Do more of that, okay? Heart's desire. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So for the Divine Feminine, we already know, like, right now more than ever, our ancestors, our guides, our spirit team is supporting us 100% when it comes to our Divine Masculine. Divine is even got a grip on Divine Masculine. And so, you know, you're going to start to see your Divine Masculine's heart become softer a little bit. You know, when they see you, they're going to understand that feeling, that energy, because the universe, the world is changing and we're moving to the age of Aquarius. There's a lot of you where your divine counterparts, you have showed up in their visions, right? So really be patient with yourself and really call on your spiritual team and know that they're going to support you 100%. Okay? Overall energy, school. It says your answer that you're seeking involves going to school. So this could be class, you know what I mean? Like the sessions that we're about to start doing, it's class. So once I get everything in alignment, I mean, the sky is the limit in what we're going to be learning, what we're going to be doing. I'm telling you, you're going to think you're at Hogsworth when I get done, right? From Harry Potter. It's so amazing. I love Harry Potter. But I'm going to have it set up in a certain type of way that you're just going to be like, man, I just feel like this is so magical, right? And that's the way it should be, like our own special place for us, right? And so I want you guys to, you know, watch this video, take in what I've communicated to you. And if you have any questions, my email, excuse me, I've done sessions today. My email is in the description box below, right? And if you are in need of healing and you're going through, go to Raise Your Vibe video. And at the end of that video on my channel, there's a healing session that will show you. You don't need to be right in front of someone to do a healing session or something, okay? I am with every one of you guys. Again, this is my calling. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. Some days I am going to be burnt out, and I will try to get as many videos out as we get closer and closer to the events that are transpiring. But other than that, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Do not forget to go check out the website, www.christythecrystalindigo.com, for anything that you need. And my Etsy shop, Christy Crystal Indigo. All right? Sending you guys so much love and light. I'll talk to you soon.